Yeah, hello. Let's wait for the next that should be 3 minutes so that we can start, okay? Mm.
Okay, sure. Senior Moses.
Wait for the next, um, that should be 3 minutes so that we can start, okay?
Okay, sure. Senior Moses.
Okay, so I think we can make progress. Um, so welcome everyone. We want to start tonight. I mean, it's night at your end. We want to start the mock training, okay? So just a couple of things that we have to start. Um, you have to have it at the back of your mind that this is a journey of, it's a journey of transformation. Okay. So you want to put in all your best. Okay. Whatever strength that you need to employ. I'll be repeating this over and over, especially when it comes to maybe the spiritual one. Try as much as possible to ask God for favor, so that you everything will be fine. And also, you would have to also prepare very well, be more confident. Preparation will make you more confident. Also, have it at the back of your mind that no matter the preparation, okay, no matter the preparation, things can still go wrong, okay. That is not the end of it all. That's not the end of it all. Whatever is the case, know that you are a candidate for this journey. So you're going to make it. So some of you, it may take 1 or 2 times. Just be confident. Where you have reached, there is no turning back. So what you can do at the moment is to make sure that be more prepared, that even if it didn't go as expected, you will go back again. Okay. You will go back again. So please don't lose hope in any form or shape. Okay. Don't lose hope in any form of shape. Try to be very, very hopeful in this journey. Okay. Yeah. So let's try and then do the training. Okay. So first of all, I'll just give some guys so that will use some people to do the, what we call it, the training. Okay. Those who are ready for today. So if you are ready to start the practice, you can show in the comment section so that we'll look at those in what do you call it? In queue. Okay. So the first thing is that, when you go to the embassy, there will be tension over there. Just have this at the back of your mind. You don't need to go there twice before, before you, you don't need to go there twice before you now know that, okay, this is how I have to behave. Please, is it clear? Don't go there twice and say, oh, this now, my second time is normal, because your second time is money, right? It's money and a loss of opportunity, and delay. So have it at the back of your mind that it is what? So busy and tense. Even when I went for mine in Germany, it was still busy. And you don't know why embassy is so busy like that. Okay. Yeah, everybody wants to move in. So please have it at the back of your mind that the place is very tense. Secondly, when you go to the embassy, there will be bouncing people. It doesn't mean that that is the norm. They are bouncing people or they are rejecting people. They are also giving out visas to other people. There are so many people okay, who don't qualify for the visas because some of them fake documentation. People just did things for them and those things. Okay. So yes, there is that option over there. So please be a little bit comfortable with whatever you are happening. Be very confident that you have done the right thing, and so you will get it. So you have prayed and you are very confident. And also, no matter the rejection, understand that your case is peculiar. You are not those people. You are special. You are what? Special. So please don't allow what is happening to change your mood and change your perception in that day. Okay. So please and please again, have this at the back of your mind. Now, I've told you, I'm assuming that you have watched the videos, you have gotten the experience, okay? So that we will not spend my time here. So I've asked you that first, have all your documents, all documents, all documents with you, but separate your passport and your I-20 because that will be the first document they will ask. When they ask that document, it should be very close, maybe within your file pack. That should be the first document, right? So that you just take it. When they ask you, you remove it. It shouldn't be in the case that they ask you, you have to use some 1 minute to search for your document so that you find that what do you call it? Those documents. Sometimes when you do that, in a way, you can begin to build up pressure. So please have those 2 documents because you know those are the first document that the consular will ask. Not getting to the visa interview, getting the ask of your appointment, your DS-160, and also sometimes even your I-20. Okay, that is fine. But getting to where you'll be asked, you'll be interviewed, 2 most important documents that should be very close to you. All other documents may not be asked. But as for these 2 documents, they will be asked. 1, your I-20, 2, your passport. So please have it at the back of your mind so that you have this document prepared. Now, understand that what we are doing here is just to check your confidence level. And you also have to be prepared. So we will not exhaust all the questions. The questions we are asking here are the experience we have had and also what other people have gotten. Have it at the back of your mind that there is nothing like, I don't know this question. You should be prepared to answer every question rightly. Okay? You should be prepared to answer every question rightly. And then you will be fine. But when it comes to, oh, this question I couldn't answer, no. You should, even some questions might be wrong, but the confidence that you are using to answer, there are some of them you should be able to just frame something because there are some things maybe they will not know. For example, how much will you be receiving after you are done with this program from your work? You don't say, oh, I don't know, but currently I'm taking this. You should be able to say, oh yeah, with the master's degree that I'm going to have, my take home will be 9,000. Something good, okay? You don't have to say, oh, I'm not sure what I'll be taking, but I'm very sure that, no, no, no. It's not a positive answer. So be prepared to answer every question. What we are doing here is just some small questions we are going to try just to test your confidence. The last one that we will just enter into the interview session is that when you are there, or as you are going, don't have that at the back of your mind that they are going to ask you so many questions. The highest will be 4. Okay? The highest will be what? 4. Everything is just going to be like maybe 1, 2, or 3 minutes. Then you are done. Okay? So be prepared and have it at the back of your mind. There are some people, sorry, especially those who get mostly rejected. Sometimes the questions are just few questions. It's really sometimes bad for them because they don't ask them much questions to prove. It's just like bad luck. Okay, but we hope that none of you will go through such situation. So you have to pray that at least they hear your part of the story. Lastly, you need to speak in confidence. Look at the person's face to face and then speak. And also, this is how the settings is going to be. It will just be like a teller, and also like a bank teller and a customer. So there's voice enhancement before you and then the visa consular. Okay. And then you speak. So if they speak, and listen carefully, if they speak, that's what they're doing for the whole day. So they will not shout. They will not what? Shout. It is you who will have to speak clearly. So please don't expect them to shout, but you speak clearly. And for that matter, make sure that anything that they say, you understand it. Don't give two answers, different answers for one question and say that you didn't hear this. No, if you don't hear, repeat. Please, can you repeat the question? I did not get you. I don't know whether I'm repeating, but the last one I have to also say is that dress good, nice dressing, formal, if as much as you can. Okay, don't dress anyhow, because now the competition is very high and they can use anything to what we call bounce you. So please, let's try to dress very neatly. Example, if you're a nurse, you can put in your nurse clothing, and yeah. But you are engineer, you cannot put your engineer. No, that's the disadvantage. Okay. So dress nicely and then go, and everything will be fine. Okay. So I will look at the comment section, and then I will try to do the interview as the comments is put in. So Mr. Emmanuel, I'll say you are the first person, but because you have not listed the name, the school program, course of attendance and those things, I will want to pick the one first, then you will list yours and then I'll come. So if you want to be interviewed, okay. Oh, you've done it. You've done
Yes,
it.
yes,
Yeah.
please. Yes, I've done it. Yeah.
So let me pick you up. So you will come up and then you will open your microphone and then we'll start. Your camera, sorry.
Okay.
So it's as if you are looking at me directly. Let's practice that. And let's look at the seriousness. Let's look at the confidence. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Um, Okay. So just to build your confidence, okay. So just assume that you are there. You are in front of bank hall, and then you have a teller before you, and then yeah. So immediately you get in there, they may greet you, but the first thing, that whether they greet you or not, you have to greet, right? So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, so let's go.
Good afternoon, officer.
Okay. Yeah. So depending on the country and those things, let's use good afternoon, sir or madam.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you are correct, but let's be on the same page, because some of those terminologies differs from country to country. So all of us, let's try to look at one terminology so that it will help us. What I want to do is to maybe write all of them, the responses, okay, so that I'll give you a comment afterwards, okay, else we will never finish. So let me get a pen and a paper where I will write them as you are giving your response. Okay, so let's start. Good afternoon, Mr. Emmanuel. Hope you are doing well.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm doing well by God's grace. How about you?
I'm also fine. Okay, so can I have your I-20 and then your passport?
Sure. Here they are.
Okay, thank you. Where are you going?
I'm going to the United States, specifically Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, to pursue a 2-year master's degree in civil engineering with a focus on structural engineering. And this program will enhance my technical knowledge and skills in the area of structural health monitoring, advanced structural analysis and design methods, as well as finite element analysis, as these areas align with my primary and professional interest of helping to improve infrastructure resilience and safety in Ghana. And I'm particularly passionate about helping to address the structural deficiencies in aging infrastructures, as well as structures that are exposed to high dynamic forces. And upon completing my program, I returned back to Ghana and rejoined the Tech Design Group as the lead structural integrity officer, where the knowledge and skills that I gained from the United States will be used to improve the infrastructure systems in Ghana.
Okay. Who is sponsoring you?
Okay, so I am sponsoring my education through a combination of a merit-based geographic enhancement award from Southern Illinois University, which covers 45% of my tuition, and a fully approved student's loan from Empower, which covers the rest of my tuition, as well as my health insurance and living expenses. And my loan has an interest rate of 15.99% and a loan repayment term of 143 months, where I'll be required to pay partial interest whilst I'm in school. And my sister, in the person of Miss Ernestina Frempuma, has agreed to pay the interest on my behalf. She's a lecturer at the University of Cape Coast, and also she's into the sales of agrochemicals. And also she owns a poultry breeder farm, which houses over 5,000 beds, and she makes an annual income of $40,000. And after completing my program, I returned back to Ghana and rejoined the Tech Design Group in the capacity as the lead structural integrity officer, where I'll be earning a monthly salary of 22,000 Ghana cedis, which is approximately $1,700. And my loan repayment will be $492 per month. But I'll be committed to paying $680 instead of the $492 to reduce the loan repayment term from 10 years to 7. And this plan is sustainable and will be well within my earning capabilities.
Okay. Why did you choose this program?
Okay, so I have lived in an area that is surrounded by active quarry sites, and I've experienced the detrimental effects that the blast of dynamite, which is used to break aggregates into smaller pieces, have on infrastructures, including my own family home. And this, coupled with the numerous infrastructure issues in Ghana, motivates me to do this program. And that is why I'm going for the master's degree in civil engineering at Southern Illinois University, with a focus on structural engineering, where I'll be equipped with skills and knowledge in structural health monitoring and non-destructive testing. So
How
that I
many
can take
schools
on.
did you apply, and why did you decide for this school?
So I applied to 2 schools, that is Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, and Colorado State University. And I had admission into all 2 schools. But I chose Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville, because of the opportunity to study under the supervision of Dr. Allah LCC, whose current research focuses on structural health monitoring and the use of non-destructive testing. And I believe that by being supervised under Dr. Allah LCC, I'll be equipped with the knowledge and skills that I need to improve the infrastructure systems and safety in Ghana when I return back home.
Okay. How long do you plan to stay in the United States?
I plan to stay in the United States for 2 years because my program takes 2 years to complete. And after completing the program, I return back to my home country.
Has your sponsor sponsored anyone outside the country?
Yes, she sponsored her son to pursue a master's degree in Birmingham University in the United Kingdom. And also, she has been my primary sponsor since the demise of my father. And she sponsored me through my high school and also my undergraduate studies at the Primary University of Science and Technology.
Okay. So what did you study?
I studied Bachelor of Science degree in Civil Engineering from the University of Science and Technology, and I graduated with a first class honors in 2023. And whilst in school, my academic achievements were excellent, as I was selected as a recipient for the Provost Award for Best and Excellent Students in the College of Engineering on 2 consecutive times. And I was also selected as the Best Structural Engineering Student in my department during our undergraduate first project.
Okay. Yeah, please, if you are not in the session, can you mute yourself? Yeah. So, yes, I would like to know the structure of your program.
Okay. So my program is a 2 year master's degree in civil engineering with a focus on structural engineering. And I'll be taking 10 courses in total with 30 credit hours. And I'll be taking courses such as advanced structural analysis, structural dynamics, finite element analysis, and structural health monitoring. And in my final semester, I'll be required to take a 6 credit hour thesis on the topic how to assess the integrity of civil infrastructures using sensors and data analysis, where I'll be able to detect damage early in structures that are exhibiting signs of failure and also recommend corrective measures for rehabilitation.
Do you know anybody in the United States?
No, please, I don't know anyone.
Okay. Do you have any intention to explore some postgraduate work permit at the United States?
No, officer. My primary focus and my plan is to return back to my country after graduating from Southern Illinois University and take on the role as the lead structural integrity officer at Tech Design Group, where my skills and knowledge will be put into improving infrastructure resilience and safety in Ghana.
Okay. But the same program can be accessed in Ghana. Why did you choose United States?
Okay. To pursue my master's degree in the United States because American universities offer top-notch engineering programs, especially in the area of structural health monitoring and advanced structural analysis, which are not they are advanced fields which are not fully developed in Ghana. And studying in the US will expose me to modern tools and methods that I need to develop the skills and the knowledge to help improve infrastructure resilience and safety when I return back home.
Yeah. Do you have any form of research experience?
Yes, officer. I worked as an undergraduate research assistant during my final year at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, where I used broad learning systems to predict the maximum lateral loads of circular columns.
Okay. And are you married?
No, officer, I am not married.
Okay. Okay, so I think in all you've prepared well. These are the things that I will ask you to strengthen them. The first one is when we come to maybe, okay, well, are you married? Okay, no, I'm not married, but okay, I have somebody that we have family commitment, and then maybe very soon we're putting things together to get married.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And then when it comes to why this university or why this program, okay. So first of all, what can strengthen your point is for you to okay, let's say even why the United States. You may want to bring a problem in your country. Okay, let's start from why this program. Okay.
Okay.
So why this program? You have to, I work here as maybe a civil engineer. But one of the problems that we have in Africa, which needs to be addressed, okay, is this, that, and that. Okay, you already have your point, but just chip in. You want to tell them that you want to be part of the problem solvers. Okay. So one of the challenges that you have is this and that and that. And you have seen that there's lack of expertise in this area. And that's the reason why you've chosen this program.
Okay.
And you think that after this program, you would have that. And for the fact that you contacted this professor and he's willing to work with you, okay, and then you were able to get this form of funding. Okay. Also,
Okay.
and he recommended you for that funding. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's one thing. And then when we talk of the program structure, you don't need to elaborate it that much, but what you need to concentrate is, okay, it's a 2-year program with 3-semester coursework where you'll be choosing your electives in this area that you mentioned some of them, and you have some other labs work. But the last semester is dedicated to intensive research, where as part of the requirement, you are supposed to come out with a novel resource which should be published before your graduation.
Okay.
So
Okay.
something like that will be good for you.
Okay.
Mm.
All right.
And then when it comes to how many schools did you apply? Two is enough. Yes. And then the reason why you chose that school to should be something that should mostly based on the research. So
Okay.
you chose this school because you have been working on this area, and
Okay.
having reached out to this professor who was already in that field. I mean, you had no, I mean, this gave you an easy, how do we say it? It was just easy for you to choose that because you have that experience with that professor. And
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And then why do you want to study in the United States? One of the things that you can use is, oh yeah, I mean, it's not United States per se, but it's about the professor you're going to work with. So you are looking for experts in that field, and thankfully you find this professor over there, and you think that he's one of the top-notch professors researching in that skills, and that's made you choose United States. Apart from the fact that you think that United States is very culturally friendly and those things, and you that's the reason why.
Okay. Okay.
But I think your confidence is fine. Your confidence level is okay. So just you're okay. You are within
Okay.
the range. Okay. The only thing that is not helping you is the deficit. So it's favor. Now you need favor. You have the preparation, you need favor. Okay. When is
Okay.
your
Yes.
date? Is it within June?
No, currently I have a date in August, but I'm looking to reschedule to June or early July.
Yes. So try to um try as much as possible to speak with no. When is your reopening date?
13th August.
13th August, and your date is in where?
Seat August.
Okay. So now you qualify for emergency date somewhere in first week in June, right?
Okay.
So
Okay.
immediately we enter June, then you will do the rescheduling. Yeah. Now it's very difficult, but we don't know what these people want to do with our lives. They are just joking with our lives, but what can we do? We just have to push in. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, Mr. Emmanuel, you are good. Let's pick another person. Okay.
All right. Thank you
Thank
so much,
you.
Senator. Okay.
Yeah. So the next person in the list will be Mr. Nimon. Nimon, right? Mr. Nimon.
Yes, please.
Did I mention your
I
name
go
right?
out. Yes, please. No mom, Sabrinlia.
Nimon. Okay. Sabrina.
Okay.
Okay. So when is your time? Is it afternoon or morning?
Still good. Good afternoon. Hey,
Yeah, you can go out a little
it's not
bit
easy.
and leave it. Yeah, it's not a problem. They are part
Jima.
of, yeah. Hmm. Okay. So, good afternoon, Mr. Naaman. How are you?
Good afternoon, sir. I'm doing well, and you?
I'm also doing well. Can I have your I-20 and your passport?
Yeah, they are, sir.
Okay. May I know where you are going and what are you going for?
I'm going to the University of Arizona in the United States to pursue a 2 years funded master's program in French language and literature with a concentration on teaching French as a second language. Officer in
Okay. So, that is fine. Um, how did you get this funding? We are losing him. So, we are losing you. How did you get this funding? Hello? Hello? I think he's lost. Okay. It's not easy. Okay, Mr. Clement, can you come in?
Yes, please. I'm here.
Yeah, okay. I hope your network is good.
Yeah, it's somehow I'll try putting the video to see whether it will be good,
Okay.
but I'll
Okay.
try.
So let's go. Okay. Hello, Mr. Clement. Um, how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Okay. So may I have your I-20 and your passport?
Here they go, officer.
Mhm. Okay. Where are you heading towards or where are you going to?
I'm going to the US, specifically Middle Tennessee State University, to pursue a 2-year master's degree in Master of Science in Professional Science with concentration in chemistry analytics, where I'll be working on the research focusing on using analytical instruments like the atomic absorption spectroscopy, the inductively coupled plasma mass spec, and GCMS to analyze soil, air, and water, where I'll be working under Professor St. Chong, analytical chemistry professor in the Department of Chemistry, focusing on using these instruments, and upon completion, I'll return to my home country where I've already earmarked certain communities that have been affected by illegal mining in my country, which the water bodies have been affected with heavy metals such as uh, cadmium and others, which affects the life of the individual. And so helping in using these analytical instruments will help make the water safe for drinking.
Okay. So what have you been doing?
I am a teacher at the high school and also a part-time researcher at the University for Development Studies, Navrongo, where we focus on using these analytical instruments like the AAS, ICPMS in analyzing water, soil, and air samples, and making sure that we are able to detect the presence of heavy metal as well as knowing their concentrations, and making sure that we make either the soil or the water good for either planting or the water safe for drinking.
Okay. So who is sponsoring your studies?
Because I have been awarded an assistance which waives my tuition as well as my health insurance, and also covered a bit of my living expenses from the school, and my deficit of 6,800 will be covered by my personal savings as a teacher, and as well as a kettle welder at home, and also my uncle will be supporting my studies. He is in the person of Christopher Sowa, who is a businessman who is into the sale of building material as well as having rentals, materials, rentals facility that we use in renting. He earns an annual income about $70,000 per annum. He's sponsoring me. He has been the backbone of my education since my undergraduate, and he has seen my academic prowess as well as my zeal in making this research and coming back to help my country. And so he's ready to support me.
Okay. So how did you get this funding?
Officer, this funding was gotten from my after I contacted the professor, not Professor St. Chong, who is an analytical chemistry professor, and after my discussion with him upon his research, which perfectly aligns with my career goal to become an analytical chemistry professor, and using these analytical instruments in analyzing water and other samples, he recommended me to the committee, and upon another interview with the graduate coordinator as well as other faculty, I was awarded this scholarship. He is really happy to work with me as I arrive in the US, specifically Middle Tennessee State University.
Okay. And then how long will you be in this program?
The Master of Science in Professional Science is a 2-year master's program where upon completion I would return to my home country to help in taking up a higher role as a chemistry coordinator within the Busa South District and helping in using these instruments in doing research.
Okay. So after you've come back with this program, will you be in the teaching field, or where do you plan to be?
Yes, I'll still be under the Ghana education, where I'll be teaching higher level like undergraduate students, University for Development State, as well as also undertaking research using these analytical instruments like the AAS and the ICP-MS, and analyzing this to detect the presence of heavy metals in this, and also looking at how we can solve the problems of these heavy metals.
Do you plan to have your PhD in the United States?
Officer, for now, I am focused on getting the master's degree, who will give me the prerequisite skills and knowledge in using these AAS to return to my home country to help solve the problem of illegal mining, especially the heavy metal that have polluted our water bodies, and also adding my knowledge to the academic community in doing this research.
Okay. So do you have any family members in the United States?
No, officer, all my family, as well as my loved ones and my wife, Florence Kombang, and my kids are both in Ghana.
Okay. So what inspires you to study this program? What's your inspiration behind?
I'm coming from a community where our water bodies have been polluted by these illegal mining activities, which are polluted water with heavy metals, and it's affecting a lot of, it's giving a lot of health issues to community members as well as others within my home country. And so I'm being inspired to get these requisite skills to come back to help make sure that my community as well as my people have water that is safe, and these issues of health would not be a problem to them.
Okay, that's great. So I think your confidence is okay. You are vocal enough. Okay. But when it comes to when somebody asks you that intention of doing your PhD, especially in this area of your studies, you have to respond in affirmative. But you need to be tactical about it. You say, oh, I have discussed this with my professor, okay, my professor has even discussed with me the possibility of me conducting a research, which will be an addition of 2.5 years with him. But he asked that when I come in, he will look into his funding, and then if that is possible, he will cover me with his funding. So this is something brilliant.
Okay.
Yes, and also a little bit of your explanation to the program. So you have to say that, okay, your program is concentrated in analytical chemistry, where you'll be working on detection and quantification of analytes. Okay, so now you are bringing in some terms that he might be confused. Okay, so
Okay.
analytes.
Okay.
And also, yeah, so you're going to work on instrumentation and then analyte detection and quantification. Okay, So with this,
Okay.
you want to specialize in this area. And the reason is that in Africa, there's a lot of pollution in our water bodies, especially with the side of Galamsey. And you think that the the problem is so high that we do not have expertise who can assess this chemical pollutant, okay? And for that matter, having this knowledge in this instrumentation will help you solve this problem by getting to know some of these analyze so that the information, because yours is not to prevent it, but yours is to give information as to what is the level of pollution that we're having in our environment due to these activities. Okay. So I think with that, you should be fine. Your funding is also good, so you won't have much problem. Okay. Only thing that is left is faith, prayer, and then favor. Okay. So I think you are okay. Maybe if you need one or two more, we can do something like this just to build your confidence, but you should not have problem. I think you guys are good with the explanations. Okay. I always tell people that don't see it as, of course, you have to take it as a World Cup, but in a way, just try to make sure that you are giving answers that are not generic answers. So everybody has his story, and you have to go with your story, and not like the way people will say, oh, I want to go to this school because this school is, they are this in this. No, have something, challenge, problem that you want to solve, and then the research you have seen in this school, and that's why you're going to that school. Okay, so I think you are good. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. So, Mr. Nemo, welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, so I think we were at why did you choose this? Why this school? Or why, okay, why this
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, why this program?
Hello?
Yes, please, I can hear you.
Okay. So you can go on, sir.
Yeah, I said, why this program?
Yes. I said there was an introduction in a new curriculum in Ghana Education Service in 2020, and most French facilitators, including myself, not get the needed pedagogical training to handle or to implement this new curriculum. So leading to the failure of our learners. They can't write French properly and pass the examination, and they could not also speak the French fluently. So as a result of that, I've taken a bold step to further my studies by taking a program in French language with a concentration on teaching French as a second language to the Ghanaian students. So I've chosen this university because of Prof. Depuy Annie, who I contacted at the University of Arizona and explained my area of interest. She gave me the go ahead and I applied and had admission. So I'll be under her for the 2 years, and after training, I'll be coming back as a French teacher to continue with my French job. And I will also organize in-service training to my French colleagues, facilitators who could not get the needed training. Officer, this program will also help me to adequately teach my own kids in the house on how to read and write French.
Okay. So what have you been doing?
Yes, I've been a French teacher for the past 8 years, and I work under Ghana Education Service. Currently, I teach French at Vitin Senior High, where I prepare lesson plans, I prepare teaching and learning materials, mark my learners exercises. I also give extra classes to low learners who could not grab the concepts I've teach per day. My work is also to send them to the French Center to interact with French material as well as watching French movies that will help them improve their communication skills.
Okay. How did you get this funding?
After getting an admission, I was scheduled for an interview with the department on which I did an online teaching. And after 2 weeks' time, they got back to me telling me that I've gotten a graduate assistantship of $59,707. That will cover my tuition. That will cover my tuition and my health insurance and part of my living expenses.
Okay. So how do you plan to cover your deficit?
Yeah. As someone who has taught for good 8 years, I've saved toward this education. I have $3,000 in my account that I will use to cater for these deficits, sir.
Okay, so before I forget, don't mention $3,000.
Okay.
So tell them that having worked for this number of years, you have saved enough for both your family and also for your living expenses in the United States. Okay. Yes. Have you traveled outside Ghana before?
No, please. I've never traveled out of Ghana before.
Okay. So let's try to correct some of your responses. Okay. I think there's enough beautiful stories for French teachers.
Okay.
And wait, maybe I'll give you something. If you think that is the best for you, you can pick it. Let me give you this instance. You know, in Ghana, we are surrounded by Francophone speaking countries.
Okay.
But our French, and to be surprised, we are not good in French. And that kind of ideology, even we don't even have that interest in French. Why? That's the question. The question could be that is the way we instruct French in Ghana is not appealing. Okay. So knowing that as a country that is surrounded by this, and we need to interact with this, our neighboring African country to do business, economic, and everything, we need to speak in order to be able to understand each other. French language is very integral part of our development. If we can make business with our counterparts, if we can interact with them, if we have fair idea of what they are and socialize with, we need the French language. But because of the mode of teaching, the Ghanaians or the Ghanaian students do not even know the reasons why they should study French. And you are motivated enough to solve this problem. And that's the reason why you studied French. And also, like you said, with the introduction of the curriculum, okay, you realize that the French teachers themselves needs to upgrade, because in most cases, unexperienced people train them and they begin to also teach in the classroom, unlike the English counterpart. Okay, there is a vast knowledge between the French language and then the English language, even though French is not our first language, professional language. Okay, but for us to be able to transact business and benefit from the economic, I don't know how to put it, but we're able to mutually benefit. We need people who can speak in French very fluent. We need to train our students. Okay. And this is something that you are much interested in developing a curriculum. Okay. French instruction curriculum that will solve this problem. Does it make sense?
Yes, please.
Hmm. So that's one thing. So you need to polish that. So why this program? You have to start. Oh, yeah, thanks. This is a beautiful question that I've been waiting for. Okay. In Ghana, we are surrounded by Francophone countries, and there is a lot for us to come together, put things together, and then benefit mutually in economic. I don't know how to use those terms, but we realize that as Ghanaians, we are unable to speak, and part of the is because we have not been able to develop the French language as the English has been developed. And this leads to even low or lack of interest of the Ghanaian students to learn the French language. And I'm having been in the classroom for the past 8 years, I've realized that especially the new curriculum that was introduced last year, you mentioned the year, I think that we need people to be much abreast with the current literature and blah, 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 French. And I think that I should be part of this problem solving so that we will together be able to develop a comprehensive French curriculum in Ghana that will help the entire country, and also we're able to get people who can interest in French and then educate French people, educators in Ghana. Then when it comes to the funding, that's great. You gave a good illustration. So you have to say that, oh, I was one of the exceptional applicants who applied for this. And then, having contacted the department head, I was selected for an interview. And then we had a comprehensive exams, and I was further selected for another interview where I did very well. And in fact, my area of literature research, which is this one professor who is there that you mentioned his name, want to work with me. So he finally recommended me for admission, for the funding.
Okay.
Then, have you traveled before? Please, yes, you should say yes. Yes, you have had a lot of travel experience in the neighboring Francophone countries, Burkina Faso, Togo, where you have teaching workshops in these countries. Okay, yes. So you should say it. Yes.
Hello, sir.
Mhm.
It's like on the DS ones, it's like a part that's asking whether you have ever traveled before, and you have to put evidence. So I
Yeah,
don't
but
know. It's like
that
when I
is.
was feeling I met it, but
Did you
you know,
submit it? Have you submitted it?
no, not yet.
Okay, so that place you can put Togo, but that mostly is, have you traveled out for the past 5 years? So yeah, you need to put Togo and those places there. Because those places we don't need visa, right?
But some of the port of entry need what do you call it? You need a stamp on your passport.
Yeah, but maybe if you are using Ghana card is ECOWAS.
Okay.
Mhm. So it's very good because if you say that never before, that is not a good sign. So you've been in Burkina Faso and then maybe Cote d'Ivoire. And I know you have been in Burkina Faso before, haven't you?
No, Togo.
Togo. And
Yes, I
you
went
live
to
in
Togo two
Tamale,
times.
so yeah, Burkina Faso should be. Yeah. So you've been in Togo, you've been in Burkina Faso for teaching workshop, right?
Okay.
This is being smart. Okay. And then when it comes to yeah, so the support, oh yeah, so the deficit will be covered by your personal savings, okay? having worked for this, you have enough funds for you and your family. Okay.
Okay.
And then you plan to come back and then teach at the university where your concentration, okay, will be to develop in a French curriculum for the Ghanaian schools. Please, is it fine?
But sir, let me ask a question. Is it as I come and go to university, because I'm still interested in my senior high? Can I state it?
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. But sometimes now it's not
Because
about.
that's where the rotten is.
Yeah, but I mean they don't know about those things. So you are just looking at
Okay.
yeah. But it's not bad if you can also keep that answer.
Okay.
You can keep that answer. So these are the things, and yeah, the story begins from looking at where we find ourselves. I mean, we don't even have the motivation to, we don't know the reason. The Ghanaian student doesn't know why he should learn French. And that's where the problem starts, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah, okay. So I think that should be that. So refine your story and other time when we meet, we'll come back again. Okay.
Okay. Thank
And
you,
then
sir.
check the confidence level as well.
Okay.
Thank you. Let me
Thank
look
you,
at,
sir.
yeah. Do you have any question again?
No, please.
Okay, so let me look at the next person. Okay, Mr. Gideon. Come. From Mr. Gideon, Mr. Eben shoot. Yeah. Mr. Gideon, are you with us?
Gideon is unmuted.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Richard, let me finish with Eben and then I'll come to you. Okay. So, Eben.
Sir.
Yeah. So maybe if you want us to see you, that'll be fine. So,
all right. So my network is actually not good. Though.
No problem. Let's go. Okay. So, Mr. Eben, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing well, sir. And you?
I'm also fine. Can I have your I-20 and your passport?
All right. Here is it, sir.
Okay. So I've seen that you're going for a master's program in University of North Dakota.
Yes, please.
What are you going to study?
All right. So I'm actually going to the University of North Dakota, UND, to pursue a 2-year master's program in accounting with concentration in data analytics to give me a better comprehension about how financial accountants or accountants should use financial data to make informed decisions concerning investment portfolios, risk analysis, and decision that will foster the growth of the business in terms of making inlands in new jurisdictions such as coastal belts, marine engineering, and marine safety. So I actually work as an accountant in a marine engineering firm, whereby we provide services for foreign vessels, local vessels, life rafts, lifeboats, and we are hugely faced with data analytics skills, whereby we always rely on financial consultants to come and assist us with making informed decisions concerning the cost benefit analysis in our daily operations. So this has led to a lot of financial burden or cost to the company. So my current employer is willing to assist me in my master's program to go and gain knowledge in data analytics as a professional accountant to come and assist its operational activities, and thereby reducing or minimizing the cost of operations and maximizing returns for my company. And also, as the National Treasurer for Ghana Stamina Association, or persons who stamina is a body of the Ghana Federation of Disability, this knowledge also equip me to also establish and implement a good, robust financial and managerial system for Ghana Stamina
Okay.
Association.
Yeah, thank you. Let me do some few listen, then we go ahead. So, like, if I ask that, okay, so I answered this a different question, same question, different from that. I've seen that you are going to North Dakota State University. So in that question, you have to say, oh yes, I am going to. So you take the advantage and explain yourself. So I'm going to pursue a 2-year master program in MS accounting as a chartered accountant. So if you say professional, you have to bring the chartered or yeah. So you
Yes,
say
please.
as
I
a
wanted to really,
professional,
okay.
as a chartered
I wanted to
accountant.
really
That one
hide
is
it, but
heavier.
okay,
It's
okay,
heavier. So as a chartered accountant, you have worked in these years, okay, but you are going to do data analytics, okay, concentration data analytics, but you need to bring a problem carefully. We are now in technological, I don't know what to say, but where data analysis is increasingly complex. And this is not the accounting institutions or whatever is not exempted from this kind of challenges. Okay, so we need data analysts, expert in data analysis to make the accounting or whatever a bit less complex to handle. And so you have decided to go into this field to broaden your knowledge in data so that it will help you in this field. Then you add the other ones that you have also talked about.
okay. Thank you.
So what are you currently doing?
All right. So I'm currently an accountant for Boss Engineering Ghana Limited.
Okay. So so those things you have to always come with what we call
F-1.
Yeah, so you working? Oh, okay, I'm working as this where currently I do this or do that. And as part of my
Okay.
role, you mentioned that you have a professional body.
Qualification.
Yeah, qualification. You also help in doing this, provide tutoring for this and these other people. And also you are currently you said national treasure for something, or yeah. Is it fine?
Okay.
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
need
it's
to do
fine.
these things. So they don't need maybe straight answers. Okay, so you need to work on that one. And okay, so I've seen that you have a deficit
Okay.
of
Thank you. I'm taking it.
$30,000 US. Who is sponsoring you? Who's taking care of the deficit?
All right. All right. So my current employer.
Okay.
Is willing to assist me in my master's program. So I have a part food and living expenses. I actually had a scholarship from a Galen scholarship program. I had 10,000 USD per year. So my company is going to cater for the rest. And I also have some savings from the years of they that have been able to work and serve as an accountant. So that's what I'm going to use to cater for my program.
Okay. So here come out clearly.
Okay.
Come out clearly. Thanks for this information, this question. I have a $10,000 scholarship from this company, which is also renewable for the second year. And
Okay.
also my company that you mentioned the name of the company where we are into this has offered me this funding. And please, this is my scholarship letter for my company, who is committed to sponsoring me, because having worked with them over the years, I have led the company to increase, you know, the business terms, okay? Their profit margin from this to this and that. We have done this, and this is why this company is sponsoring me for this particular program. Please, is it clear? Hello, Eben. Are you with us? Hello? Hello, Eben.
Hello.
Yeah, Eben.
On another phone.
Okay. Please, you are online, so just make sure. If not, maybe you can just put your video. So, yes, did you get the question I answered?
No, please. So
Where
once you were talking, then the network also.
Okay. So this was the answer for that question. The answer is that, okay, now you need to say that, oh, you've gotten this, I've gotten this 10,000 US dollars from this company, which is also renewable every year. And my company, you mentioned the name of the company,
Okay.
has offered me, it's not willing, has offered me, okay,
Okay.
scholarship to take care of my living expenses and the rest of my tuition. I
Okay.
have worked with this company for the past 5 years or so and so, and I have helped them increase their profit margin from this to that. And due to my dedication and this, and they are willing to help me in this. And this is my funding from the company, letter from the company for your
Okay.
verification.
Okay.
Yes. So if you go and you think that the person is also rushing you, you will tell the person that, okay, I have this disability and I would like you to maybe take your time and listen to me in a respectful manner.
All right.
Just to make sure that he doesn't rush you. Okay, so I will ask that too. Are you married?
Yes, please. I'm married.
Amen. It's not simple answer. So
Okay. All right. So I'm married. I'm married with a baby boy. So I'm married with a son. I have a son.
okay. So where's your wife? Your wife is not in the picture.
All right. So my wife is around. Is also into fashion.
Okay.
She's having.
Yeah, that's
She's, ha-
fine. So
she's
the
having a.
simple, answer, oh yes, I'm married and I have a child, and my wife is also here in Ghana, who owns his own business. Okay.
Okay.
Your wife owning his own business or company, it's a form of this. The reason for this question is home ties.
Okay.
So one, you are married and you have a child, and your wife is also running his own company, a fashion business, a company, right? And
Yes, please.
yes, so
Enterprise.
it's a strong home ties. So so what's the structure of your program?
All right. So my program is structured to be completed in a period of 20 months. That's approximately 2 years. So I chose data analytics as my concentration. So in the first year, we are going to do the core aspect of the program, looking at financial reporting, managerial reporting, cost accounting, and introduction to data. Then when we get to this the second year, we are going to delve into financial reporting and risks in terms of data analytical aspects. So that's how the program is structured. And this so after this particular submission. So this is how the program is being structured.
Okay.
So it's not a research.
Is your program a STEM program?
No, please. It's not a research-based program. It's just a course work.
Okay, so this is, but they don't know. They don't know
Okay.
whether it's a coursework or whatever. So so what mostly you want to say is that, okay, so your program is a 4-semester program,
Okay.
and in the first
Yes.
maybe 3 semesters, you will be doing coursework, and you will do this with concentration in this and that, and
Okay.
also you'll be doing more of you'll be introduced to maybe data tools, data analytics tools,
Okay.
programming, and this, which your main concentration is to be proficient in this data tools, where you'll be using them for your data analysis research.
Okay.
So you come out with, oh, it's this years you'll be doing this coursework, and aside that, you also be partaking in this area of research in terms of maybe programming and those things, because that's what we used to do data analytics. So these are the things that shows that you really know about the structure of your program. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So why North Dakota investing?
All right. So North Dakota University provides a very strong and robust curriculum for professional accountants to have a better understanding about the data tools and how to use the data-related tools in managerial reporting. So accounting doesn't end with just preparing of the financial statement. It goes beyond that. So the end user should be able to understand the figures in the financial statement and make informed decisions. So the curriculum and the teaching method from North Dakota, and one professor, Kelly Bully, is also willing to assist me in getting a better comprehension about data analytical tools in making informed decisions in terms of financial reporting. That's the main reason why I chose
That's
the
great.
program.
So over here, I want you to, maybe you can put it in this way, very smart way. Okay, so this you chose this school as part of the recommendation because your company sponsored your immediate boss, who also went to this school and had this program. And so upon the recommendation, you reach out to the department, and then you realize that this and this are what they are doing, which specifically aligns with what the company wants to achieve in this aim. And that's the so you are taking that opportunity to bridge to score point for your sponsorship letter.
Okay.
It's all about story building. It's storytelling. Everything is how you tell your story well.
Okay.
So I think we have done some few corrections. Go back and then write your story well, and then maybe other times we come and then do another practice again. You need a little bit. Okay.
All right. I'm very grateful.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So Mr. Mr. Richard.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm available now. Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So can you
I
introduce
saw
yourself?
your stream on YouTube and I tapped on the link and it brought me to Zoom.
Yeah. Thank you so
I
much
am actually new on your platform.
Thank you for joining us. May I know where you're coming from?
Okay, I'm a Ghanaian currently in Canada. I have
Okay.
an I-20 for Park University.
Okay.
Canada has a lot of challenges, so I want to go to Ghana next week. But I've heard it's very difficult to obtain a visa appointment date. That is my challenge now. But with the Ghana, I'm coming next week.
Okay.
So I don't know where to share my I-20 for you to
Yes,
review
I
it.
can give you my WhatsApp number. Okay.
Okay, then let me take it and share the I-20 there for you to review it so we can just get into the mock interview if that is fine.
Yeah. Let me go here. Okay, I will give you my Ghana number. So that should be +233, or let me just write it.
Okay, if you can just drop it in the chat box. Yeah.
2, 4, 8, 7, 9, 8.
Okay, then I'm connecting now to share the I-20.
Why did you decide to go to Ghana instead of Canada? Is there something?
It's very difficult to obtain a visa appointment date inside Canada because a lot of people are applying for the B1, B2, and they are all non-immigrant. But I learned Ghana, it's a bit difficult, but people are able to get it in May, June, July. But over here, it's hovering around 2026.
Yeah, but you can ask for expedite date. You know about that.
I don't know how to manipulate and also get the emergency ones, but I want to dodge one question. Why did you not do the interview in your home country? And one thing is, if you are having the Ghanaian passport and you are applying it from inside Canada, it's a bit difficult. Most applicants came here and they came in as students, but they did not start their education. So at the moment, the visa officers who are interviewing students or B1, B2 applicants who want to enter the US require you to present a document that will verify your status in Canada.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Understand that point. So maybe we'll look at the what do you call it, I-20, and then we continue from there.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm just sharing it right away.
You said the university is Point Park.
Park University.
Park University, okay.
Kansas, Missouri.
Okay. I responded, right? Is that your
Yeah,
number?
your message just dropped in. So the next 10 is the I-20.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yes, let me open it. So please, the rest of you, I will only attend to those who are new here, but those of you who are on my platform, please let's make it the next day. Okay, I will attend to those who are new here who wants to be interviewed today, because I have a dinner in the next few minutes. So let me attend to those who are new. Let's treat our visitors with that, yeah, and then we can continue the rest. Okay, yes. So let's see. Oh, let me see. On back. Wow. It's wonderful. I mean, you have what we call a deficit of only 23, and that's the
Yeah.
entire cost of attendance, 23, which is good. Okay. So I will ask you some couple of questions. So, yeah. Okay. So you have a valid permit in the Canada.
Yeah, I have a study permit, I have a study visa, and I have a visit visa. But the
Okay.
fact of the matter is I did not start the education in Canada.
Okay. In time. Okay. So the issue is in you will be asked. So okay, when they ask you for no on your passport, which passport is which visa is on your passport?
Canadian.
No,
Two
I'm talking of.
Canadian visas.
So is it the visit or the study?
Both of them, study visa, visit visa.
Okay, so they may ask you, so why you have a study visa, right? So
Yeah.
why didn't you go? So when was the visit visa?
Okay, here is my story. I
Mm.
entered Canada on February 9th, 2025. And
Okay,
my program in Canada was supposed to begin on the 10th of March, 2025. But in
okay.
my first 2 weeks stay in Canada, I got into a challenge. My health status was really bad.
Okay.
Initially, I thought it was due to the extreme cold weather, and it was my first time experiencing such a weather. But days went by. Each day, I felt myself getting into a much worse state. So what I did was I sent an email to my school and also sent an application to the government, particularly IRCC, making them aware of my situation. So the response I had from my school was that they will not be able to extend my this time
Study permit.
letter of acceptance. There
Mhm.
are two options for me. It's either I cancel it and apply again, or I get treatment inside Canada and start with the intake that I came. That is the March 10th. So I attempted to start treatment inside Canada, but it was really difficult to obtain an appointment.
Yeah.
Because with Canada, the regulations with the health system is that you need to go in with your health card, and whatever province you are in, there is something they call the provincial card. And I was very new, so I had none of these things to be able to obtain an appointment for treatment. So this pushed me to send an application to the Canadian government. And I requested for two things. It's either they give me more time to get an appointment and treat myself inside Canada until I became stable, because my current state is definitely going to affect my academic performance.
Yeah.
And another thing was that I have spoken with my physician back home, and with the instructions I have received from him, I've been able to stabilize, but I'm not fully recovered. So another option was that I go back to my home country for treatment and return in the future where I am more stable and with good health to start the education. So the outcome of the application was approved. So that is why I have a visit visa and also a study visa. So
Okay.
at the government of Canada is aware that it's either I'm staying for the treatment or getting out of Canada because of my health status.
Okay.
That is the reason why.
Yeah, that's great. And you have work to get something which is also equivalent to what you can get in Canada. You were going for Canada because the 23,000 is good. Okay. So yeah, we can look at your story and then we'll now see how you should tell your story. Okay. Because
Okay.
you will be asked some of these questions. Okay. So Mr. Richard Kumi, good
Yes,
afternoon.
sir.
Hope you are doing well.
I'm good, and you?
I'm also fine. May I know where you're going to?
I'm going to the United States, specifically Park University, because I've been accepted to study Master of Science in Information Systems and Business Analytics at Park University, located in Parkville, Kansas, Missouri.
Okay. Yeah. So I've seen that you have a deficit of 23,000. Who is going to fund your studies?
Okay, my biological mother, her name is Efie Nyako, and also the sole proprietor of Efie Nyako 69 Ventures. This is a family business and it has moved from strength to strength. She was the driving force behind my finances when I wanted to study in Canada. And with the United States education, it has been structured. The period of stay is 3 years. She has agreed to sponsor for the second and third year. And with my savings over the years, and also I have savings with TD Bank and CIT Bank. Those funds were purposely meant for my first year education in Canada. Unfortunately, my entry into Canada was met with some uncertain health issues. So I still have those funds in my account, that is TD Bank and CIBC. So those funds are enough to cover my first year education.
Okay. I think that we should not bring the Canada in until they've asked you.
Okay.
Because at the moment, what they have, apart from the fact that you okay, I think we need to look at your story well. So in your DS-160, you feel that you have traveled alongside. So after that, the education, did you add that of Canada in it?
My current education, I wanted to, but later, after second thought, I took it out.
Yes, that is the best option. That's the
Because I
best.
did not start the education and I don't have any Canadian credential. So I
That's
thought
great.
there was no need to input that.
That's great. So you've done well by taking that one out. Okay. So let's take the Canadian stuff out until you've been asked. So they'll ask you, so you have traveled to Canada, but I'll come to that one. So in your explanation to the lesson, let's take that one out. Okay. So what have you been doing afterwards? Okay, let me just put it this way. What have you been doing?
Okay. From the time I left my undergraduate studies, I was fortunate to have landed a national service job where I was able to practice environmental management in real settings. After serving 1 year at national service, I gained employment with BEG Construction and Engineering Limited. I was largely responsible for ensuring environmental compliance within construction and also engineering projects. From there, I gained a lot of experience, but there was a challenge. Anytime we get a contract that includes complex environmental data, we need to invite environmental experts from outside Ghana. Normally, they come from Canada, US, and China. So this brought into question my ability as an environmental manager in BEG Construction and Engineering Limited. Sometimes we get closer to these international experts and we can tell that they have had higher education in either information systems that were able to let them know the efficient way of handling data. This sparked my interest to go for further education so that I'll handle complex environmental data.
Okay, so may I know your background? What did you study in the undergraduate?
Undergraduate, I majored in environment and resource management.
Okay, so I mean that's your major, but what's your degree?
Bachelor of Arts in Integrated Development Studies from the University of Development Studies.
Okay. I think that we have to begin to rewrite your story well. Okay.
Okay.
Because especially from June onwards, there's no briefing space at the embassy.
Okay.
So everything is just about 3 minutes at most, 5 minutes.
Okay.
In Canada, you have the ability to write and explain lengthily and then submit this document. Okay. So that is something good so that if they really want to do due diligence, they can do it. But in US, sometimes even they think that their system is robust. They don't do due diligence because everything apart from your DS-160 is the 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Okay.
And so your stories should be very short and then powerful. Okay.
Okay.
So the one thing that they will have to look at, what is the connection between your first degree and then what you are going to do?
Okay.
Okay. So we need to write a story on that. So the first thing I want us to look at is, so where are you going? Or what are you going to study? So the first thing is you are going to Park University in Missouri State, where you'll be, for the next 2 years, you'll be studying masters in business, business analytics. The purpose of this program is to equip you in data analytics, and then, yeah, something like that. You have to find the words, some words over there. Then you will see that then you now bring the place where you are working.
Okay.
So you say you have been working here for the past these years, and as part of the challenges that you are facing in Ghana here is the complex data that you guys have. And for business to thrive, you need good data interpretation and what this data means to the company. Okay. Your ability to interpret the data in this way will help the company to thrive. But we are currently at your workplace, you have those limitations, okay, in your work. And you think that you need to be part of this problem solving. And that's the reason why you have decided to broaden your knowledge in this area. Okay.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Very clear. Very clear.
Okay. Then who is funding your studies? My mother. Then you mentioned that okay. Please, those of you who are in the comment section, I will let me finish with Mr. Richard and then I'll get to you. So you're going to say that, okay, who is funding your studies? My mother, who owns this and has been my sponsor for undergraduate, during the undergraduate, and also mention what the company does. So my mother, who is into this and that, and has been my sponsor during the undergraduate, is sponsoring me for this program. And I have also worked for this and have saved enough money for my living expenses. Okay. My
Okay.
mother has sponsored my siblings in this university and that university overseas, and he's very critical in taking care of my education. And as part of the aim is that if I come back, I will take oversight of his business for her.
Okay.
So you need
Okay,
to.
I also own my startup business, which is also an environmental consultancy firm.
Great.
Yeah, sole proprietorship. Yeah.
So as that is as part of your, what do you call it? Your
After studies plan.
no. What are you doing?
Okay.
What's your, so first of all, you say, oh, I'm so and so in this company where I work as this and this, and I also own a company where we do this and that as part of my this into maybe oversight responsibility in my mother's company. I offer him free consultancy service, and then prepare budget for her and those things. Okay, so you need to draw that line. So you are connecting the dot from your workplace, your business, and also you being a consultant for your parents or your, yeah.
Okay.
And then now is the question: have you traveled outside Ghana?
Yes, I have. I've been to Canada.
Okay, yeah. So yes, that's one good. Yeah, I've been to Canada. I went for a visit, and also yeah. So something like that. You went for a visit and then you came back. But until they ask you about the school in Canada, don't bring anything in.
Okay.
Because it's really difficult to explain, and they don't have any data from you to show that, okay, you were here. So you went there for that. But actually, when you went, if they bring that in, you have to say that, okay, when you went, you realize that the school that you first chose did not have the accreditation you want. And after visiting the campus, you realize that this is not the school that you want to be. And for
Okay.
that matter, you quickly returned, because you do not want to rush and then get to education where you find it difficult after school, doing something with your life after school.
All right. Okay. That is a strong point.
Yes.
And a more reasonable point. Yeah.
Yes. So
So I want to know, is the visa officer going to open the passport to check the stickers?
Of course,
Okay.
they will open it.
Okay.
They will open it. Yes, they will do that. So what I'm going to do is that I want us to look at these answers that we have formulated, look at it and build a story very well. Okay.
Okay.
Then tomorrow we'll meet again and then continue same time. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, because if I don't take time, my dinner will I'll lose
I
my dinner.
understand.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So
Yes. So thank you so much for joining us. I'll give you a link to our WhatsApp platform. That's where we're hunting for dates and we're sharing ideas and then the time and everything. Okay.
all right. Okay.
So those of you who just joined, please, thanks for joining us, Mr. Robert, and then other people who joined. I think I've seen some Gifty here, and then yeah, so 3 people join us from external source, but the rest are from our platform. What we want to do is that we'll do the training tomorrow, okay? those who didn't have the opportunity, you join us. Those who have gotten the opportunity, just take this few suggestions, work on them, then we'll prepare and then meet other times. Okay. So please, if I'm not able to take you at this time, it's just because I have to. Yeah, okay, I'm going to send the WhatsApp link. It's just because I have to attend a dinner this right now. Okay, so please let me connect back with you tomorrow. I'm going to send my WhatsApp link so that you guys can join the link so that it will be easy for you to connect in the next section. That will be probably tomorrow. So please prepare. All you need to do is look at some of the videos that I've posted. There are some people we interviewed. Just try as much as possible to listen to some of them and then build your story. Okay, build your story. From there, we can meet and then just look at how to go about yours. Okay. I'm trying to look at the link and then I'll post it on the platform, and that should be that for today. So please, the rest of you should prepare for tomorrow, and maybe we'll start with those who couldn't have theirs today. And then if you have had yours and you want to come back again, we will try and then have that with you. Okay, so the WhatsApp link has been posted on the platform. So click and join us. Thank you so much for joining us. Those who are still with us, we are learning. Adam, Richard, Robert, Clement, Gifty, Gideon, David, Muntala. Yeah, thanks for joining, and then get into the platform. Let's meet tomorrow again. Okay, thank you so much for being with us.